Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. Today, we're exploring the story of Prophet Idris.
A really remarkable figure.
Absolutely. And our goal, as always, is to pull out the key insights from the sources we have about him.
And there's a lot there, especially these 2 points that really stand out.
Right. The idea that he was maybe the first human ever to write with a pen.
Mm-hmm.
And this mention of him being raised to a high station, it's quite unique.
It really is that combination. It makes you think about knowledge and, well, spiritual elevation in a different way.
Exactly. So let's jump in. The sources point to him as one of the earliest prophets in the Qur'an.
Yes, very early on.
But it's that writing part, being the first to use a pen. I'm just thinking about the impact of that.
Mm-hmm.
What does that signify?
Well, it's truly foundational, isn't it? It's not just about, scratching symbols.
Right.
He's credited with introducing the whole concept of organized record keeping, of transmitting knowledge in a durable way beyond just speaking it.
So moving past purely oral tradition.
Precisely. And if you think bigger picture, it suggests this fundamental step for civilization. Preserving knowledge wasn't just a random human idea.
Ah, okay.
Through Idris, it seems like it was a guided step, almost divine inspiration, maybe.
Interesting. So it elevates the act of seeking knowledge itself, makes it almost spiritual.
I think so, yeah. Imagine history, science, law. Without that first act of writing it down, it's hard to even picture.
Yeah, it really is a quiet revolution, like you said, just picking up that tool. Okay, so the pen was huge.
Definitely.
But the sources also talk about his mind, wisdom, science, specifically astronomy and mathematics.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't just about writing, he had this deep understanding of the natural world, too.
So how did he use that? Did it have a practical effect on people's lives then?
It seems so. The texts say he used it to teach people wisdom, calculation, how to think, how to reflect.
Okay, so connecting the abstract with the practical.
Exactly. And this label he gets, Father of Early Sciences among the Prophets, it's not just a fancy title. It really highlights how faith and scientific understanding can work together, or at least how they could be seen back then.
That seeking knowledge about the universe is part of understanding the divine.
Precisely. A form of worship, almost. So he wasn't just a spiritual leader, he was an intellectual guide, too. Bridging those worlds.
That link between faith and science is fascinating. And speaking of elevation, there's that specific verse.
Ah, yes, the high station.
In Surah Maryam, verse 57. And we raised him to a high station. That wording is so deliberate. What's the understanding of that honor?
Well, the dominant understanding is pretty extraordinary. It means he was raised alive to the heavens.
Alive, wow.
Yeah, which is presented as a very rare, incredibly significant event, a special honor.
And it connects back to his character.
Absolutely. It's seen as a reflection, a confirmation almost, of the value of his life and contributions, his truthfulness, his patience. These qualities, combined with his pursuit of knowledge, are seen as key to that unique elevation. It suggests that this blend can truly lift someone, beyond the ordinary.
So bringing it all together, Prophet Idris's legacy feels pretty immense. Pioneer of writing embodies wisdom across different fields.
It really does. And the lessons feel quite timeless, don't they?
How so?
Well, the enduring power of simply recording knowledge, we still rely on that every single day.
True.
And also that continuous quest for learning he represented. It's a reminder that real growth, maybe even real elevation, comes through diligently using the knowledge and wisdom we gain.
It's a powerful message. Okay, so here's something for you, our listeners, to chew on. Think about how much we take for granted today. Science, history, everything that fundamentally relies on writing, on record keeping, an act possibly pioneered by someone like Idris.
It all had to start somewhere.
Right. And then consider his high station. What might that tell us about what true elevation means? Is it just about earthly success, or is there something more profound about the elevation that comes from knowledge and truth?
A deep thought to end on.
Definitely something to reflect on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.